So, Comic Book News just released an article claiming that Scream 7 loses director following Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrera. The movie will need to be rewritten from the ground up after losing its director and 2 stars. There's so much woke movement in Hollywood that it ruins everything. It just sucks, man. And just yeah. Well, let's just see what the article says instead before I go to my opinion. Scream 7 loses director Christopher Landon, which follows Jenna Ortega bailing on the franchise and the firing of Melissa Barrera. Christopher was named as the director of Scream 7 following the successful revival of the franchise with its recent 2022 and 2023 hit movies. Landon was developing Scream 7 with James Vanderbilt, who wrote and produced the 2 recent reboots and who is writing the concept script for Scream 7. Landon tweeted the news on Saturday. "I guess now is a good time as any to announce I am formally exited Scream 7 weeks ago," he said. "This will disappoint some and delight others. It was a dream job that turned into a nightmare, and my heart did break for everyone involved. Everyone. But it's time to move on. I have nothing." So, "I hope this Christmas feels weird," she said. This is Melissa. "I hope you can't ignore the fact that you're celebrating the birth of a child who was prosecuted and targeted and his parents forced to flee to Egypt, while right now millions of Palestinians from the exact part of the world are being persecuted and targeted and forced to flee their homes while they're indiscriminately and relentlessly bombed. Merry Christmas." Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, we all have a bit of sympathy for people in war. Um, my parents come from the Vietnam War, they're refugees, so it's not like we're completely immune to the idea of the war and who's affected and so on. But you just can't make everything about every moment especially in Hollywood, you can't tell who's virtual signaling and who really genuinely feels that way. I see. That's where the match stuff from. So the article goes on to say, "The departure, which is falling fine. Is anything important there to read?" I mean, you get the story. They're just losing more people. I mean, it was a good reboot, very solid, and I like slashers. I grew up in the 90s, so we grew up watching Friday 13th, Scream, all those, what was it, urban legends. So those were big things in the 90s. So it was really good seeing a resurgence of Scream. It's one of my favorite series, franchise. I mean, the series was good too, even though they used a completely different mask. It was fun watch. It got stale at the end, but I like those things, So that's just what I'm saying. That I'm just doing a quick read through any of this article, but doesn't seem to be anything really important. I mean, if you want more discussion and news about them and how they feel about Palestinian, then it's all in this article. But everything from the title itself, that's all we need. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Scream 7. It ain't gonna hit right. I mean, if they have to rewrite everything from a different team, it's gonna be like 2 different tones again. Same way, what was it? Same way. What's an example? Because they're supposed to follow each other. There's a storyline set out, and if your writer leaves or the writers leaves, and it has to be rewritten, then certain things that Easter eggs, certain things that were planted in the beginning, won't make sense, and it will just feel like 2 different tones, 2 different storylines. It's bound to flop. You never see it go well. I mean, it is a slasher after all. I mean, compared to other stories, it's not that difficult to write in comparison, but yeah, we kind of trade off in the end of this video, but you guys get the point. See you in the next one. Bye.